Mate, the Doncaster is a cracking race every single year. I love a handicap mile, and this year's edition is fascinating. The grounds, we have some progressive horses as well, and some proven performers. Who have you got on top?
Can't pick half the field. Celestial Legend, my on top selection. Thought he was brilliant in the round with Guineas. Tough run. Tough run. Gets 49 kilos, draws well. And I think he's a horse with some untapped ability. So, Celestial Legend on top for me. The ground's got to be a bit of a query, I guess, but what we saw in the Hobart Villa over 1,400 metres before he won the round with Guineas on a soft deck, he seemed to relish that. Plus, he's a grey horse. So, speaking about the 3-year-olds and that sort of middle distance over the Autumn Carnival, I said to back him, and that's why I've got him on top, and that's why I've got Southport Tycoon as the second selection. He's 16, he's the Australian Guineas winner. Heavy deck's, again, a concern for him, but I guess we haven't really even seen him on a heavy deck before, so one way to find out. And then rounding out the top 4 for me, I've got another Will, super progressive horse in the Doncaster Prelude last week. He was awesome. Hopefully he comes across with 50 kilos on his back, J Carr. He should be hard to beat. And then Kovalika, it'd be just like Chris Waller to have a horse who hasn't shown that much turn up on the day in Branham. So that's my top 4, but there's probably about 10 others I could put in there.
Yeah, I've got a few in mind that you haven't touched on, so let me indulge you. Detonator Jack on top for me. I think in this edition of the Doncaster, you want an 18 to 2,000 metre horse who is superior on wet ground, and this guy has the best wet ground form of them all, in my opinion. He was fantastic racing in those 1,800 metre, 2,000 metre races in the spring. So I think he'll be cherry ripe for this. He was fantastic first up. Horses have perceived wet form. I don't think this guy does. I think he has actual wet form. So, and he gets a half kilo swing on Democracy Manifest from their first up runs as well, or their last runs. Celestial Legend, as you touched on, his Hobartville win. The start prior to the round with Guineas on that soft 6 ground really piqued my interest. I think he will appreciate the heavy going, and 49 kilos, barrier 6, tick, tick. I cannot be tipping Detonator Jack without a succulent Chinese meal in Democracy Manifest. So he was super. Unsure about the unforgiving ground if it is that way, but he's at a price where you can find out, and another wheel to round it out. Quick backup is the concern for me.